Saturday showdown. DN Freaks versus BNK
into a scenario where you need to gap close onto HLE if you want to get onto the back line. I do think with context of that, you know, I like the Jhin that came through because you can sort of provide fire from a distance, and they end up going for the Nautilus. I mean, realistically, what else were you going to go?
Leona?
Could have gone Leona maybe, but would have had an unfun time too. I think the only problem with Nautilus is quite squishy.
Yeah.
But, you know, even into Poppy, we've seen, normally it's into lane Poppy. We've seen Nautilus out of the supports. It's like you throw the dredge line, and even if you get cancelled, you're still landing the Q, right?
You hold them in place, and then you're in range to ult, right?
And I think maybe getting disrupted a bit less on Nautilus compared to, like, you know, a Leona, if your Zenith blade gets blocked. I guess your ult still works, but it's the same with Nautilus too, so.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that works out for them. The plan for game number 1, let's hop onto the Rift.
No one's going to notice if I don't.
Yeah, true.
They notice.
Well, they're just going to run over a ward here, and immediately at level 1, it does look like Delight and Viper are pretty happy. Well, you know, you trade a couple of summoners for a couple of summoners.
The thing is, it looks like in terms of HP, Viper and Delight are in a worse spot. But
yeah, but is he, like, riding with them?
Maybe.
Okay, level 2 hit, and they're going to go in. Nice block by Delight, but still, they're in range to take this losing trade. Delight even going to flash away. They're doing it with Nautilus.
And now, I mean, they can't even walk up. Polu.
Oh, he's in range. First blood goes to Hype. And the Brotax is already...
I recall, on level 1, you just both press W and win. DC Close are missing a charm there as handback's coming in. But the classic, I'm not going to kill you, but here's some poke gank.
Okay, so
he's not in a good spot right now.
So that's risky, but flashing over the wall for 2 little wolves.
No, I'm talking about flashing over the wall is the risky play.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying is risky.
Okay, yeah. So we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I need a fact check on on Brandon.
Well,
that's a lot of damage.
That always feels really bad.
Yeah.
Viper
with him. He's like, nah, I'm here.
Meanwhile, just gonna get the flash out. ZK level 6 first. And that means that
Bro should be pretty confident here, right? They have the Rumble up here. Zeus just TP'd bot. Level 6 Rumble. Closer's got ult and Zeka doesn't. So they are taking these grubs, and not really much HLE can do. Honestly, if you get these without much contest, maybe you just move down towards the bot side and look to threaten a Peanut off the jungle, but...
Yeah, works for them. Peanut has some help from Zeka. Meanwhile, we got a little engage here. As Zook does come down, Delight is just going to get rooted, and it's actually did see that in... Oh, we're going to get another engage here, actually, as the Ghost was popped. The Featherstorm comes down. It's not going to root Hype here, as now ult used by Palu just to disengage.
Yeah, and just pushing not low enough for the Jingle to do that much. They are burning Zeus down.
Yeah. Hambach spotted, and immediately Zeus is like, oh, okay, well... I gotta be a bit careful.
Not really finding success. They do have pressure now and can look for the dragon. And, you know, you were talking a bit about the farm lead for Zeus. It has just gotten a bit bigger. It was only like 12 CS. Now it's like 20, 30 seconds.
But it's also the second series in a row that we've seen Rumble picked before Jace with Jace available. So, seems like more than just one expecting this Rumble to do well, especially with the Nefiri coming down. Hambach gonna set up that kill.
You see a plate picked up there by Zeka. Grub sporting in 10 seconds, so both teams set up around there. You can see Bro kind of looking for maybe to catch someone walking in between. This trio of like the Nefiri, the Ahri, and the Nautilus is very threatening.
That's a big hit on the closer. And all of a sudden it looks like maybe Hambach sticks around for one, but he's not even going to get in range to smite. So just going 3 for 3. And no real setup for Bro on this objective.
Yeah, I think the top try already secured this for HLE, which is like,
what, 18? 16? Yeah, no, I think it's 16.67 repeating, something like that.
Yes.
Well, Delight in a bit of trouble now, and opening up to see if they can keep him safe. Viper having to play the bodyguard, but the last shot was so close. And even the hook is close. There was just less to comment about because there wasn't a Chemtech Soul early. Unlike today where there is for the second Drake.
Oh, Palu looking.
Which means that it actually matters as the, yeah, he didn't block the hook. So Peanut pretty low now. And even getting zoned a bit by the Jhin. Let's see if he can land his own. Ulti is going to knock away the Rumble, but it gets secured by Hype of all people. The Jhin, maybe with a crit, and now we got a root down onto Zeka. And they're just going to get out of here after all of that. HLE Esports not able to get in on it, as we do have the hook landing on a Viper, forcing his ult. And Bro continuing to stay in this game. Starting up this Rift Herald.
Can you do a full beard composition? I mean, you could, but it would be kind of troll.
And it'd be a top.
Twin jungle.
Yeah.
But could you do one that wasn't going to get you run down in solo queue?
I don't know if there's a good bird jungle champ. And now, Closer plans the charm. That has been a lot of what Closer has been doing. It's good looks, you know. Regardless of the numbers and where we're at, I feel like Bro are really playing a game. Calculated.
Oh.
And yeah, he's just gone. Morgan, not really a place for him to go, but he will flash. Yeah. Now Delight is here, but Paulo follows up, comes back.
Once again, you have an objective. Dragon is up.
Yep, got to fight for it. Now Hambach in a bit of trouble, but he's able to go. Well, he goes untargetable for a little bit, and then he dies. Bit of damage coming in. A lot of damage, actually, from Morgan on the right side. The follow-up comes in from Closer. They might be able to get a couple. Yes, they do. And now it's a 3-on-3, but Zeus pretty tanky. Going to open up here on the Jace. Viper in a bit of trouble. He's getting hit by everything. And trying to predict the move to the right. The charm goes on Zeus, but unfortunately, everybody's running away from them, and now Viper's running away from Hype, has to flash it.
Have ult.
And he's got his ult. The Feather Storm gets him out, and they got the kill.
He's kind of cleaning up the fight.
Oh no, not again! Hambach! He doesn't even go untargetable at any point in that one.
Yeah.
Maybe he did it before, and he just didn't have it, and Peanut knew. But yeah, that's a free dragon now for Hambach.
Right now, HLE 4,000 gold ahead, should be picking up this Arakan. Some errors from Bro have taken this game from a very winnable state to a point where it's starting to feel quite hard.
Yeah, that might just be the second highlight for our space, as Paulo's just dying for free in mid.
Yeah.
And the Rift Herald's doing nothing. Remember, they got that earlier.
Well,
this is what happens. We got our top two teams today. You give them a millimeter, they will take the game away from you.
And I think they
Bro gave them a lot more than
I was going to say. Peanut flashed and then waited half a second. I think was trying to bait out the W.
Yeah.
And then this time, I guess, did bait out the W. It's very strange interaction.
It worked.
The mind games going on.
Whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah.
And they gave them more than a millimeter. And now we got a knock up here on a Hambach, who once again is just struggling. He just goes over the wall. He doesn't have flash. He's like, all right, team, you gotta follow me, or else I just die. And you know what? He might get withdrawn heal, and yes, he will. But Delight had to go very deep for that one. Peanut's still mirroring the Nefiri, but he's in a bit of trouble himself now. Although he's got, okay, nice charm on a Zeka, actually. He's going to save them. Otherwise, Zeka probably just kills them both. And now, well, just going to zone them away with some shots.
Complete confidence. 300 gold behind. Zeus is only 7-1.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, big charm.
Flash on in. You got to make crazy plays to make a crazy comeback.
You know, it did.
Root down? No charm follow-up, though. Unfortunately, used it before. And now Viper in a very awkward spot. He does have his flash, but uses it quite late. He's still going to get out, though. As the sidestep, the Cloud Soul helping him out. I mean, it was just like after a team fight, and he got away just barely. And he's like, you know what? I'll just do the crumb.
You can't die to a jungle. If you die to a jungle clamp ever as a jungler.
It's true. Well, going in as Closer, I think they didn't really expect that. And now Delight's like, oh god, I'm dead. So nice pick here for Bro. HLE are still going in. Hambach gonna flash out of Peanuts. What lead you're worried about?
He's nearly back up, and it's Cloud Rift, and he has 2 Cloud Dragons.
Well, this is maybe a problem. We got the Divide coming in. Zeka is gonna dash away. And once again, we're just playing the... Oh god, he just dies to the Jace. Wow. Zeus just gonna stand up to them. They thought they were blocking for the Jhin. They were just looking for the kills. Zeus is so strong right now. That one last auto nearly takes him out, and it might anyway. There it is, the red buff. And now the Penta angle available for Zeus. They could just do the Baron, or they could look for the Penta. As he flashes in, Closer and Hambach say, yeah, thanks for the 1,000 gold, buddy.
Yeah, he definitely wanted that Penta.
He definitely did. He's not going to get it. Instead, he'll look very silly.
The Light could have used his ult to help, you know? He's like, nah, bro, you're trolling.
You know, kind of. Here's Hambach. He's got a chance. And now Viper's just zoning them away. And maybe the wallets are heavy enough, or maybe they're not. Okay, they're going to trade with the jungler. That will be enough. But it didn't have to be that crazy.
It's gotten a little goofy.
It still is a Hanwha Life.
It's gotten a little goofy. I do want to remind you of something, though. Brendan.
Yes, please do.
HLE.
There have been any Humalife solo kills in this game. There will be a 1 on the scoreboard, though, for their team after this one, because they're almost 10,000 gold ahead, and Bro are just losing their base to Baron. The Rebel Baron power play is getting a hefty amount of value here. 2,500. At least they're able to clear that wave, but not sure about the next one.
Yeah, and if Zay starts to land some poke, it is going to hit.
He's also very good at chunking turrets.
He absolutely is. IE comes through for hype. They're looking.
All right, the hook's going to miss, though. On to Zeus. Delight does go into his ult, flashes in, and, well, it's not the cleanest, but, you know, he's creating space. He's tanking up for the team.
He definitely did do that. I mean, inhibitor going to go down. There's only one inhibitor left. There's still 45 seconds on the Baron.
18 now.
Well, at least he can't get any higher level.
True.
You know, that's a positive for the Bros.
Yeah. I think it's actually the right purchase.
I mean,
Oh, nice charm. Zek in a bit of trouble. He's got his Zonies as well. It's a pretty good item. Going invulnerable. Gonna get onto that backline. Delay finally able to do something in the fight. A lot of damage coming out from Morgan, but unfortunately the wallets are just that heavy. Zeus will not go down, and even knocks Hambach into that little stump right there below. And that'll be the end of the game. 12,000 gold the lead here as they take down the Nexus for game number 1.
yeah, there were some moments where Bro looked like maybe they had a chance to miss executions, and HLE won't let you get away with that.
다음 라인 쓸 생각. 여기 아리 도공. 아리. 저번에 피칼 채웠어. 아리 잡았고 내가 맞아줄게. 야, 팀 떴고. 한번 빠져야 되고. 한번 빠졌어. 내가 탱해줄게. 자, 이게 끝. 깜테리. 너궁 잡고. 템 재밌네.
That's what I want today.
That's really all we can hope for, right?
Yeah.
At this point. I mean, the damage, Zeus did the most. Not a big surprise. A bit surprised that Zeka had as much as he did, but
I feel like Azir just picks up damage over the course of the game.
yeah.
You just Q someone in auto, and you just do that like 80,000 times, then suddenly you have 25k damage.
Yeah.
That's just how that champion is.
33.
Gonna try and push him back in the meta, but nothing has really stuck that hard.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the meta for a very long time. He hasn't had a long-standing career in the meta. We haven't seen enough Lucian.
Well, I was specifically with Nami, you know. No one wants to see that anymore. Nico's interesting. Obviously, it's going to be decent into the Braum. He can block the route from going through him, which is nice, but it's just a lot of harass. A weird pairing with the Kai'Sa, because normally you want a typical engage support. So
It's very good into all the low range on the enemy side.
yeah, the ult value is pretty big and that can set up, but in terms of like lane synergy, not the highest, but into a Lucian Braum, they're gonna have pressure. It's just a little scary because if Braum Q lands, you could just die.
Just die. What's that Renekton skin? That looks cool.
Hex Tech?
Well, we'll see as we hop to the rip for game 2. It's pretty difficult.
Yone definitely posture diffing every champion in the game.
He's got great posture, actually. Look at him.
Great pose.
You see how he walks around with his 2 swords? It's like he's perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
And then look at Renekton.
Oh my god, Carly just doesn't have that much pressure in general. Unless you're hitting your Shuriken, which I suppose it did. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Zeka does not care.
Yeah, he does also have Grasp. And will have Second Wind because he's got Resolve and has
It's going to be pretty difficult for Peanut to really do much to Closer. He's just going to harass, help push him in.
Yeah, maybe auto attack him a bit with red buff. Oh.
Get him a good back timing.
He is up in farm.
Or Zeka's just going to go back in after Closer tanks a bunch. Peanut can just come back. Help push the next
He
wave.
gives him a heal and pushes the weight. Ah, man, I hate junglers so much.
That's not fair, actually.
It's so...
That
Rose
should
is
be
working
banned.
hard here.
Oh, Apollo. That's the heal. And immediately Hype taking a bunch of damage for that as well.
As possible to get as much farm. Morgan just walks back and saves the TP.
What do you think he's saving it for?
So he can teleport somewhere.
It's very insightful, Ox. Thank you.
That's why I'm the analyst.
That's why. Okay.
Maybe it's so he can
They
go
might
for
just get it anyway because Peanut's doing the grubs.
Yeah.
So the TP for Dragon Angle is not really
Maybe
a thing.
somewhat non-essential, and you're now 20 CS down.
You lost a bunch of CS, maybe saving your TP for, you know, coming back, you're taking a good trade and then TPing back. But now you're low again, and you can't really TP now because your wave's coming in, and
maybe
you're even in danger of getting dove.
He's thinking of an angle where he can TP the back door, you know, end the game. And there are no jungle camps.
Yeah. I mean, Morgan's playing very safely because he knows, okay, gonna get out this time, but the ult comes through from closer as well. Yeah, and now it's Renekton and Italy. Nice flash. As Peanut wants to continue on it, though, as he has to flash out. Zeus was tanking the turret, and so Peanut was
after his E. Peanut could have just finished him off with a Q.
Okay. Didn't see him in the bush. A little sneaky hide on bush tech.
Gotta be cautious. That passive stacking so quick with his combo. I do.
Yeah. And so does Dagon, because he also lifts very heavy weights. He doesn't look very happy, though.
I wonder why.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's still a Giga Chad.
He came in here today, like me. He's like, Renekton buffed. It's Morgan's time to shine. And then he's met with this.
He's met with Zeus playing Renekton.
What a sick joke.
It's the biggest spit in the face of all time. Can't believe Zeus actually did it. He's getting stunned, and Hambach is going to connect eventually as there's that damage coming through. The spear also going to land on the Hambach, the heal as well, but they eventually do take out the Renekton. And there you go. That's what happens when you take away Morgan's Renekton. Zeka ulting in, misses, and going to go on bounds, but in a bit of trouble himself. Looking for the kill, instead he just dies. And now Peanut maybe gonna try to clean this up. And okay, gets one. Looking for another, but the counter-strike comes down. And okay, he gets two, but Closer picks up the final kill.
I think, you know, you have to go for it. And now looking for Hambach here.
I mean, Hambach's gonna get one grub, but I don't know about the rest. Looks like Hanma are looking at 5.
Stolen binds.
Yeah.
And then they buffed it so his crit damage wasn't reduced anymore to compensate.
I see.
But he still ended up pretty strong, so they nerfed the
So now it's
damage
another
after that.
nerf. Okay.
Yeah. But the crit damage one was weird because it doesn't really do anything because they get it.
Yeah.
But like, so late. Oh, Morgan.
Oh, this is a two-man gank. Morgan is going to flash out. Nicely done. That Nico going to get a lot of value, though.
Morgan has a deep understanding of Renekton.
Okay. Peanut flashes away. He gets out. There's the flash on down, and now Morgan's in a ton of trouble. Will land this counter-strike, but don't think he's getting out of this one. Hops over to the plant. Made it look a little interesting, but not going to last.
Definitely think he didn't need to do that.
We got a big dive now. Zeka flashes out, and comes in. Paul is dead. Zeka says...
This is why you don't let him get Yone. This guy's just built different on this champ.
And now we've got a Croc behind enemy lines. He's going to find Lucian. Going to do a bunch of damage eventually. Hype tries to dash away. Peanut comes over. The spear nearly lands. The culling, not doing a whole lot. And Zeus gets out alive with the kill.
That's the buffs that came through.
Number is larger.
There's a moderate buff at level 11 and a big buff at level 16.
So Morgan still doesn't have flash, but with the Braum here, it looks like they don't want to overcommit. Bit of damage into Zeus, looking for the stun, but he just backs away.
Yeah.
Hambach comes over, says hello.
Come with it. You're not.
How about a Yomus? Oh, we're going in on this one. Zeka in a lot of trouble. He can't get out. So very unfortunate for him.
He'll fare better in the long run because of the posture impact on his spine. Yeah. But in the short-term play, he did die.
I don't know about this for Zeus. He's spending a lot of time just getting whacked by a Jax. Delight with the rocket belt is actually going to get himself some space away from that one. Palu kind of just running into them. Knows he's got a door to hold up. So he's got kind of a straight up 4v3 here with Zeka not in the fight. No TP for him either. But meanwhile, this bottom lane is going very heavily towards Zeus. And now Delight going to go for the knockup, but a nice disengage from Palu. But Delight is going to go down as well. Traitor supports. Peanut desperately wanted that Rift Herald, and it's not going to happen. Instead, he will pay with his life. And, well, that's what happens when you disrespect them. You will get punished, as in goes Zeka.
So
gonna miss everything just by a small margin. And still Yone almost gets the kill. In a bit of pain after that one. Still maintaining a lead of about 2,000, but a couple of Drakes over to Bro. They have the feats of strength on top of it. They get the mid-tier 1 with this Rift Herald. Maybe some spears coming through. Hambach. That's actually a lot of damage. Flash on in. They want to take down the Akali, and it nearly works out. Closer gets out into his shroud and then eventually just dies. Peanut goes in, takes him out with one swipe of the claw. And Morgan just gonna stun Zeus and back away.
Zeus still held his ultimate throughout there. Viper has his as well. Peanut getting some good poke. I think right now, bro, you can't really contest this. And it looks like they are just gonna back away. Good at kills, but mid for support, especially with how fed Closer is. HLE all fit. I just want to see him cook people.
Well, Renekton's very good at that. He's a renowned chef. Morgan in a bit of trouble here. He is getting poked down and just dies. Okay, well, Viper goes over the wall and takes him out, and they're just running away from a Kai'Sa who's getting free damage. And nobody's able to do anything. In goes Closer finally. And, well, the zoning ult from Delight wasn't so good. Nice flash from Hambach, but they're getting away. And we got a crying Dagon now. He's not liking this one. Zeka goes in and finally gets the kill onto the Akali, but he does die at the end.
So wouldn't be able to hit, but now Ruinous Arakan going to be picked up by HLE.
Spell.
Imagine if that W had hit him instead. Like, imagine.
Game changing.
Yes.
Well, we're fighting over the Mountain Drake. That is very clear for both of these teams. Morgan wants to run, but he could just TP. Okay, there we go. And a TP on in. Delight has the angle. He's spotted, though, so they know.
Well, he's looking for a flank, but he's spotted on wards.
Yeah, he's spotted over there. A bit of damage comes in already from Zeka. But they're a bit scared about this Akali flank. And now Delight is just a minion. What is that minion doing over there? And, well, he's just going to pop his ult. He does get two of them, and he's got Viper coming in as well. And they just turn on the two of them that tried to kill a measly old minion. And now Zeus is just going to die. Not going to do much in that fight, but he is a tank for the team. And very low health bars. Hype is doing a lot, actually, but eventually does get taken out.
And the follow-up, unfortunately, HLE will just do Baron.
Yeah, just two-manning Baron here. You can do that when you have an Italy on your team. Viper spawns, and he gets it. Level 16.
It's like, okay, you know.
That'll happen. There's a Masters player on EU West. He plays it all the time. Why don't you know? Morgan's dead.
Yeah, he's very dead.
You're not getting away from that. I mean,
he's having a rough time, you know. I don't even know what to say. And Zeka is kind of just doing what he wants at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like he must have done so much damage this game. I mean, Peanut's probably going to have the most damage.
Peanut?
I actually think Peanut's done tons, just throwing speed.
Yeah, I mean, he did, yeah.
But Zeka just keeps getting these heavy trades.
He hit too many early on, you know, he fulfilled his quota. So now he's like, well, I think I've done enough. But Delight's going to hit the turret. Zoning ults, not allowing them to get in. Meanwhile, Zeus, a ton of damage, and that backline just dies.
Guys.
Well, we got a Zhonya's here for Peanut, and in they go, looking for Viper. Just gonna ult to the top, but can they take him down? Morgan just gonna get burned down as the flash comes out from Viper, and he creates the space he needed to survive. And now it's a 4v4, which looks a lot less likely than the 5v4 we just had for Bro. And Zeus is just a passenger in this game, you know? He's just having fun.
He really doesn't.
As a minion, he's like, this isn't sus at all. And they're just going to back away.
Maybe the minion just got lost. He's trying to get home.
It's possible. I don't see an Anivia in this game, though, so
yeah.
A little bit weird. Zeka, I mean, okay, that's a lot of damage, actually. I mean, it's still Lucian Akali, right? It's still a lot of burst. And yes, they're very far behind, but you still have to respect the burst.
It's easily Zeus, right?
Yeah.
But after game
Not anymore.
2, no way. Game 1, he did play as Azir, which was fine.
Viper going 1v5. Gonna Zhonya's. I don't know if that saves him, though. Okay, the ult comes out. It will save him for now. Creates the space, and the stun comes in, and he lives. Meanwhile, Zeka just dies, and so will Zeus. Eventually, nearly takes out Hype there, actually, on the backside of that. Oh! Well, no ults. I don't think they can do Baron.
Yeah, not against the poke that comes out from Viper Peanut. Remember, it's that AP Kai'Sa, so a lot of poke available in the Ws, and they will just back away.
So kind of an incon. Yeah.
The thing is,
no.
The thing is, if it's just a ward on you, fair enough. If it's just a ward on you, fair enough. There were minions there.
All right, let's see it.
Look, the minions, he knows the minions are there.
This is, oh, really? Come on. Hey, at least he has resistances now.
Yeah.
Some extra. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what he's trying to do here. And I think he's just dead again. He's going to live for a decent amount of time, though, as they don't quite have the damage. And there's the Braum ult, but in goes Delight, and in goes Viper as well, straight into the Zhonya's. But it might just be enough with the wallets. Viper getting incredibly low. They're so desperately trying to kill him. Hambach finally gets the job done. But I just don't think it's enough. They're down too much gold at this point. It's more than 10K. A triple kill for Peanut. And Viper stole away the 1 kill onto Hype. So it's only a Quadra, no Penta tonight. As Peanut does pick up the Quadra. But that will be the end of the game. As HLE Esports will take the 2-0, unsurprisingly tonight, over Bro.
Yeah, pretty... It felt like the game was a little goofy, a little back and forth.
Survivability. Cover Renekton.
Look at the damage they're taking. The health is just trickling down.
Almost broke through Hambach's shield there.
Yeah. It's not convincing me, Brendan.
But he got a buff. So, you know.
Yeah.
Please end. Where's my Penta, he says.
Ready to hold the game hostage because he didn't get a Penta. I respect it, honestly.
Yeah. Zeka's got like a sly little grin on.
Pretty convincing one. And again, today being a 4-0, I don't think anyone's too surprised. Look at the Zeus down. He was definitely much lower in damage in that last fight. He must have done a lot of damage with the ultimate. The tick damage. Are you
absolutely
convinced yet?
I'm convinced. Yeah, we need to see more Renekton, less Ambessa.
Thank you very much, guys. This is here for the POM interview translation, joined by Peanut on the side of HLE Esports. You're now at a 6-match winning streak, and this is your first POM. How do you feel? Yes, that's right. We're on a 6-match winning streak, and my team is just doing so well. So that makes it even harder for me to get a POM, but I got so lucky today, and it feels great to get a POM. And in Game 1, you focused the key to Bro's comp, Naafiri. So what enabled you to deny Naafiri so perfectly? Just based on the champions that we had picked, was just so effective against Naafiri, and it actually enabled us to be able to deny her pretty well, and that reflected on our gameplay during the match as well. And in Game 2, you quickly took Renekton as your first pick. So was this an intentional strategy to steal the pick from the enemy? That's right. So we knew that the enemy top laner is really good at Renekton, and we knew that they had been playing Renekton and utilizing them really well, so we wanted to take that pick away from them. And that's how you completed a Renekton Nidalee comp, and you were absolutely insane with her. And it's been a while since you played Renekton Nidalee comp, so how was it? Yeah, it's been a long time. And I feel like there are a lot of moments where I could have played much better during trades in the top side, so it leaves a lot to be desired. Like what? You know, on the Renekton W, if I were able to land my Nidalee spears, it would have been really nice. But regardless, you were able to show off such a great Nidalee mastery today. And there's a certain someone who always sends you the most affectionate feedback. Smeb was watching you from afar, and after seeing you almost get your pentakill, he was sending you so much energy. Would you like to say anything to Smeb? You know, I just always got the feeling that Smeb really wanted me to send him a message. So thank you for creating that opportunity for me. And Smeb, I do feel all your unconditional love. Would you like to say thank you then? Thank you. I'm sure Smeb is very happy to hear that right now.
1라운드 D 플러스 기아와 BNK POX와의 대결만이 남아 있습니다.
And in round one,
부탁드리겠습니다.
your remaining opponents are D plus Kia and BNK FearX. What are your goals? These are such good teams and they have been maintaining such good momentum, so we have to make sure that we are prepared. So let's continue this winning streak. And that's the end of the interview with Peanut. And back to the space. Thank you.